Hello fellow horror collectors, if you don't know, my name is Mike, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review for Neca's brand new Ultimate Pamela Voorhees figure. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up if you like horror collecting just as much as I do. But also please consider subscribing to the channel if you love horror collecting content just like this. But without further ado, let's slice right into this. Alright, here it is. The moment has arrived. Yes, here it is in the flesh. No bullshit, not a fake. Directly from the Neca store. Here it is, the Ultimate Pamela Voorhees figure. Right off the bat, I love the packaging. They were warned, they are doomed. And on Friday the 13th, nothing will save them. I love the imagery here, of course, reminiscent to the classic poster. You got the body, the silhouette here with the cabin in the background, the moon, the dark skies. Very, very cool. Holding the knife. Friday the 13th, Ultimate Pamela Voorhees. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't even believe I'm looking at this right now. But it's real. And I love the packaging. On the side of the packaging, of course, we have the awesome Friday the 13th. Very shiny, looks very clean. Really love the look of it. It has that awesome reflectiveness to it that the Ultimate Part 2 Jason doesn't have on its packaging. So I can really appreciate that. As well as the back here is another thing I can really appreciate. Of course, you have the fucking awesome looking photos of Pamela representing all the awesome weapons that she comes with, and even more so. She has the knife, she has the axe, the bow and arrow, the broken paddle. Such cool imageries here. I love this. And it even says on the bottom, like all Neca figures, that she includes a machete, an axe, a knife, broken paddle, a bow, arrows, that's plural, interchangeable heads and hands. So cool, doesn't need a description. All it needs is exactly what it has. This box is beautiful. I love the artwork on this figure. I'm really impressed with it because I've seen a lot of comments saying, oh, it sucks that they gave it the same box as the Part 2 Jason. Well, actually, the boxes are very different. So if you are an in-box collector or you display the boxes, I just wanted, for comparison's sake here, I just wanted to show everybody that these boxes are actually very, very different. They are not the same whatsoever. Of course, there's similarities, but they are very much different. So I just wanted to show that for the collectors that were saying the boxes are the same. They are very much not the same. They are very different, so you can display both, and they do look really, really cool side by side, as you can see here. And of course, we open up the window packaging to see Pamela, all of her beautiful glory. This awesome shot here on the side with the ominous moon, the full moon looming over her shoulder, standing by the lake. Very, very cool picture. And of course, we got 3 head sculpts, 6 different pairs of hands to choose from, and an assortment of weapons that Pamela used to kill the counselors throughout the movie. Absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to get her out of the package, let her breathe our air, and take a closer look. So let's go ahead and get her out right now. Alright, here she is, looking fucking fabulous, and I gotta tell y'all, I had the biggest grin on my face when I was taking this out of the package. We have been wanting, asking, and begging for a 7-inch Ultimate Pamela to go with our Jasons forever and a day, and it's finally here. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pamela first. Very, very good figure here in my opinion. I love the detailing, all the sculpting on the sweater. Looks very good. Very nice. Really like this. Super accurate to the film. If you were to pull up the movie and look at all the different patterns and stripes, this is very, very well done. The likeness for Betsy Palmer, I think, is very, very good. Now, I've seen comments really complaining about the head sculpts and the likeness, but I gotta tell you, I think it's very, very good and very well done. If you can show me a head sculpt and I can tell you who it is or who it's supposed to be, that's how you know it's good. I think they did a great job with her head sculpts. This, to me, screams Betsy Palmer, Pamela Voorhees, OG. Very well done. Good sculpting there. Very, very, very well done. Love the paint app. She is extremely posable. Full ball rotation joints on the shoulders here. Also has the articulation in the elbows. Now, mine are a little stiff, so I'm going to warm them up, so I'm not going to force it for the video, but they do, as you can see, obviously have articulation in the elbows, as well as full rotation on the hands, of course, because you have the alternate hands to go on her. And one little detail that I noticed when I took her out of the package that I did not know about is she actually has the ring on her left hand. How fucking cool is that? That's so cool. And it's even on the alternate left hand as well. That's very cool. Love that, love that, love that. A lot of collectors pointed out, I cannot confirm this is true or not. I mean, I assume it is. I've seen enough people say it. These are the same legs that they used for the Cheryl from Evil Dead, for that 2-pack from Evil Dead 1. Either way, I don't care. It works. The legs are really cool. Same thing in ways of articulation. Oh, wait, we also have a slight rotation here in the abdomen for Pamela. And you hear the rubber because it's a little bit of a soft here on the bottom of the sweater. This is all hard, sculpted plastic. This right here, like the bottom collar, is actually rubber, so that's pretty cool. And that allows it to move a little bit more from side to side. Your standard articulation in the legs. Full rotation ball joints, obviously the back of the knees. You can bend her legs clearly. The feet, pretty standard as well. It looks like maybe maybe not quite a seesaw joint, but a little bit back and forth, left to right. So all your basic standard articulation here with Pamela. Very cool. Like I said, the details, even you can see the sculpting and you can see like the ripples in the sweater. The way they had molded this, very, very cool. Very, very cool figure. She has the sheath here for her knife, which is super cool because I don't know what to display her with because all these options are so badass. But I'm going to stick the knife in the sheath here, and then I'm going to display her with a different weapon. But ultimately, I love this figure. I think they nailed it with Pamela. Like I said, I love the likeness. I think they did a great job. I'm just so happy to have this. And if anyone out there is curious, this is how Pamela will scale with her boy Jason. I grabbed the part 2 off my shelf. So they scale really well. Jason is supposed to be quite taller, and he is. So that's really badass as well. She looks so much smaller in height, width, tone, definition to Jason, and that's how it should be. So did a great job with the scaling, just in case you're curious. Alright, now that we took a look at Pamela herself, let's go ahead and take a look at her ultimate head sculpts here. Now again, I've seen some hate on these head sculpts, and I'm really not understanding it, but here is another alternate head you can put on Pamela. Creepy as ever, I love it. Very, very cool, and I just realized what I said, creepy as ever. Shout out to Kevin Castle, rest in peace, man. You are going to be missed. And this head as well, the screaming Pamela head. Again, this is really well done. Look at the detail in the mouth. You know, her skin, the opening, the teeth, everything is so well done. I love these head sculpts. I really don't see the hate for these at all. I think these are very, very well done. Of course, we got this one as well. A more concerned look on Pamela's face. Me, personally, I think I'm going to stick with the one that's on her, because it just looks fucking creepy as hell. I mean, a couple of these look creepy as hell. There's a look at the alternate head sculpts. I mean, the hands are pretty straightforward. You know, they're pretty straightforward. The closed fists, of course, for holding certain variety of weapons, but there's also this one for the bow and arrow, of course. If you decide to display her with the bow and arrow, her fingers are in the proper position. And again, on that left hand, they do have the ring on there, which is very, very cool. That's a really nice touch that I did not notice at first when I first saw the figure, and online and everything, I wasn't even really thinking about it. It wasn't until I got her out of the package, and I'm like, oh, it's badass. Now let's go ahead and take a look at her accessories in terms of weapons. She has the broken pedal ore right here. This is really cool. I like this. I'm not going to display her with it, but I like it. Very cool. Even the detail on the ore I think is really well done. And of course it's down to that point right there, which almost reminds me of the cook's broom from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Really, really cool. Of course, Pamela has her machete. How could you not have the machete? Every Jason figure I think comes with a machete, and of course Pamela has to as well. She's the OG. So very cool machete there. I really, really like that. Of course, Pamela also has an axe, which has a little bit of blood on it. I did not know that. Okay, all right. I didn't even notice that till this very second. A little bit of blood splatter. Blood makes everything better. I love it. Love it. Love that axe. I might display her with that. Also, of course, she has her knife, which you can put in the sheath on her belt loop if you would like to. Very cool. I like this knife a lot. Again, Neca takes the time to put in those little details, you know. It's not just a piece of, painted silver plastic. I mean, they actually take the time to put detail and a little bit of sculpt work into the handle. Really can appreciate that. And of course, this one got a lot of excitement in the comments that I saw. Pamela has her bow, and this is like a little thin rope here, of course. Very, very cool. And then she comes with 4 arrows, actually. 4 of these bad boys. 3 of them are matching colors, and then this one is a different color. Now, one thing to note as well, on the arrows, the one that is different colored, this blue and gray one, that is the only one that actually has the arrow type spear on the end. The other 3 are just normal speared, just so you are aware. But it appears as, yes, all 4 arrows have the slit in the top. There it goes. They have a slit in the top to put it onto the rope, so you can position her in a, holding the arrow or pulling the arrow back position if you so choose to. So again, you guys, this is it. The ultimate Pamela Voorhees 7-inch scale NECA figure. It's real. It's here. It's shipping right now. The NECAstore.com, link down in the description box below. And I know people are going to ask where this figure came from. My honest opinion, and I had some comments on my last video that said the same exact thing, and I alluded to it in my last video. I think this figure has been done for a while and been sitting at their warehouse somewhere, and something went wrong with the likeness rights or the distribution. Something went wrong. I remember reading that a long time ago. So I think these were already made, and for one reason or another, they were put on hold and they couldn't, and looks like everything is good now. I don't know if it was a lawsuit or a likeness thing with her family. I don't know. That's my honest opinion, because when I ordered this showed up at my house like 3 days later. So that was lightning fast shipping. These were already made. In my honest opinion, they were sitting somewhere and they're good to go now. Please go get yourself one. Show NECA that we love Friday the 13th and we want them to continue this line. But this is a badass figure. This is ultimate if there was ever an ultimate. I love this so much. I'm going to go put her next to all the Jasons in my collection, and I hope you do the same. Thank you all so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram right there for a more personal look at my life of horror. And again, one last time, my name is Mike, and this is my design.